Hi, it's Hazel, and welcome to my channel, Hazel Anaka Design. I am doing a Happy Mail unboxing today. This one is from Carol, dear sweet Carol from Crinkled Path. Now, we've kind of fallen into a habit of exchanging Happy Mail once a year by using my son's address in Denver as sort of the clearinghouse. She sends stuff there. I get it when I go down at Christmas. I take my stuff to Denver and mail it to her from there. It's all an attempt to save on some postage. Now, before I've taken the label off and just kind of undone the tape, but before I get to that, I just wanted to show you the 2025 Gertie calendar. Yay! My daughter purchased purebred Gertie, a French bulldog, during COVID. And she's gone from a little teeny weeny thing to, well, now a 4-year-old. So for the last 2 years, my daughter, where did I put last year? My daughter has gotten these calendars printed for several of us in the family. So I just thought I'd give you a little dog expose. So who doesn't love a little denim jacket? There she is. And now I don't know where that was taken, but it sort of looks like tundra, doesn't it? There she is wearing her hoodie. And like most girls, she has rather an extensive wardrobe. Here she is overlooking a frozen body of water. Again, don't know where that is. And the, March 6th, Hazel's birthday, International Women's Day, the daylight savings begins. Sort of the important days have been identified as well. I misplaced my 2024 calendar for a wee bit, so I missed sending some birthday greetings to some people. Now, to say that my daughter takes a lot of photos of Gertie would be a serious understatement. So there are lots and lots to choose from. Now, those of you like Teresa who follow Gertie on Instagram, and, I guess listen to what I say in videos, will know that last April, she needed emergency back surgery. And through, an MRI and a hospital or veterinary clinic stay and surgery and physiotherapy and all of that, she is almost as good as new. Back problems are a common occurrence in that particular breed. Here she is smelling the flowers. Oh, that's the same cover shot. She's on the front landing, I guess. I don't know if she's guarding those pots of Boston ferns or what, or wishing that she could go downstairs by herself. Since her back surgery, she isn't allowed to do stairs because, as we can probably imagine as humans, going downstairs puts a lot of pressure. Well, in our case, on our knees, but in her case, it would be on her back. So she's got ramps. That is one of her favorite poses. There she is ready for fall in her plaid vest. That's a miserable thing to put on her because, anyway, I don't think the armholes are big enough. By the way, she has the softest, warmest little armpits ever. Oh, here she is at her, wait, which princess was that? Snow White. In her Halloween costume. Here she's just looking quizzical. And there she is in her bed with the tree in the background. Anyway, for those of you who love dogs, hope you enjoyed that little thing. Okay, let's see what Carol has sent. Now, because of that Canada Post free shipping promotion that we had here in October, I sent Carol a pretty big box in October. So when she does the unveiling of what I sent her now, it will appear skimpy in comparison. This looked very interesting. Okay, there's obviously like a quilt panel in the shape of a tree. Let's see what she's... Oh, this is, look, an interactive card. Okay, season's greetings. I don't know. Oh, do we pull this? Aw, look at the little tree there. Oh, and whatchamacallit? A little teddy bear. I wonder if Carol did this herself. Like I see, there's also a little chair in there. Whoops. Let's see what we have inside. I hope you traveled safe. Merry Christmas, dearest Hazel. May your days with family be cozy and sweet. I wish I could have sent a bigger box. Much love, Carol. So I kind of gave Carol a heads up via text that, you know, the package will be smaller than typical because it's not so long ago that I sent her something. And, you know, acquiring and curating things for people, if you want them to be the right things, takes a bit of time. Anyway, Carol's issue is that she is, you know, in the process of moving, or will be in the process of moving. So she has packed like a good girl. She did a lot of her packing ahead of time, and obviously doesn't have access to all of her stuff. Oh, I like this bag. How goofy do you have to be to get excited about a bag? So again, it's like the one I got from Joni. I haven't seen bags like this. It's like wax paper. Be interesting to play around with this and see if it resists. Anyway, let's see the content. Oh, this is lovely. Okay. Beautiful colors. Now I really should find out what this kind of stuff is called. So this is like velvet, and the background is sheer. I think it's called burnt something or other. I have 2 or 3 scarves that are on the same principle, and I have them sort of pulled them out of my scarf collection, have them front and center, thinking I must do something with them. And now with these lovely colors, I must do something with them. And I think if you saw a video I did late in December, you will know that I've made a commitment and have begun using some of the things that I got from Carol and Angela early on. The very first big boxes of Happy Mail that I got from those girls, I've now committed to starting to use. Okay, so I'm going to keep on that path. Okay, believe. To succeed, we must first believe that we can. Michael Korda. Not who that is, but this is very much the kind of colors and design that I love. Hazel, this was a live sale purchase. Sandy made top bid on items I was selling for Sierra, and she asked me to gift it to you. No wonder it doesn't look familiar. Okay, well, Sandy, thank you. Selling for Sierra, and she asked me to gift it to you. And then, of course, heart our community, because Carol, of all people, is just incredible. at answering questions, cross-promoting people, and so on. I think I said in one of the other videos I did today that it was Carol that texted me. I was still in bed when she texted me in Denver to say there's something wrong with your video. And here is a lovely knit fabric. Again, same colors that I love. And this has an iris print on it, so that's great. And there's lots of it here. So I will add this to my next load of laundry, because I just kind of always feel like I should be washing those fabric bits. Oh, here's something else. Oh, this is a sheer with a floral design on it. So that too will go. Thank you very much. Okay, the marriage service. Now, Carol knows that I'm a marriage commissioner. And so this one says revised 1925. Look at these flocked maple leaves. Huh, that is really cute. And of course, you know, maple leaf on our Canadian flag. Red is sort of our country's color. That's very beautiful. Okay, let's see. The form of solemnization of matrimony according to the Book of Common Prayer as revised 1925 with certificate. So of course the marriages I perform are non-denominational. So there would be no reference to God or church or religion. But this is still pretty darn cool. So Robert, wilt thou have this woman to thy wedded wife, to live together after God's ordinance in the holy estate of matrimony? Wilt thou love her, comfort her, honor, and keep her in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keep thee only unto her, so long as ye both shall live? And then the man will answer. And he says, if he knows what's good for him, he will say, I will. And then the minister, and then Dorothy will say the same. And just a quick glance here shows that, yes, they're both vowing the same thing. I think I might have told you before that when I was getting married 100 years ago in the Ukrainian Orthodox Church, that that I had objected to saying obey. There was no obey in my husband's vows, but yet I, in the 70s, was supposed to say it. Okay, so I, Robert, well, let's do Dorothy this time. I, Dorothy, take thee, Robert, to my wedded husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better or worse, for rich or poor, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish until death do us part, according to God's holy ordinance, and there, too, I give thee my troth. This is very, you know, sort of Gothic-y looking letters. Okay, so have consented. So Robert and Dorothy have consented together in holy wedlock and have witnessed the same before God and in this company, and thereto have given and pledged their troth each to the other, and have declared the same by giving and receiving a ring and by joining hands. I pronounce that they are man and wife in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Ghost. Amen. Okay, oh, and look at this. That is beautiful. So these guys got married in 1926. Boy, and they had a March wedding. At St. Paul's Church, Rochester, New York. Very, very, very nice. Oh, and I guess these guys, Edwin and Ruth, were the witnesses. That is Precious. Thank you, Carol. Okay, let's look at this first. I think I bought this, if I'm not mistaken. Photo frame. Okay, what do we have here? Christmas. Okay, so these are plant cards. Christmas pepper, Christmas cactus, cinnamon fern, and Egyptian star cluster. This is cool. I think that this would make pretty skinny spine, but this could easily be turned into a journal cover. Now, would I, but I shouldn't be committing to this right on camera. I could, I'm sure, without, well, I can't promise that there wouldn't be damage. I could pry these two frames off and obviously have to replace the damaged part with some other paper or fabric, or could leave it as is and just insert an image, front and back cover. Keep it fairly skinny, and maybe that should be some good advice to myself. Need to work on this. Use that, keep it, pretty compact and not too many pages, and then that existing spine could work. Add some minimal decoration, and there you have it. Okay, so what have we got here? We got a lot of H's, which I appreciate. Oh, and those are all stickers. I've been collecting H's for a long time. Oh, and here's a great big one. Collecting H's for a long time, and it seems to me in a video way back when, I encouraged you to collect your initial, because one of these days we're going to do something with them. Okay, I'm not sure what these are. So there's some kind of, well, I guess they're tickets, although there's a little teeny weeny little a little doohickey there. And no, that's not a real perforation. That just, these are just lines. This is perforated lengthwise. Anyway, Carol, maybe you can explain to me what the heck I'm supposed to do with this. They're pretty cute, and obviously I could just use them like any kind of piece of paper, either the white side or the solid colored side. But if you know exactly what the intention was here, let me know. Oh, and this is like flocked. Not like flocked, it is flocked. That's cool. Whoops, did I just hit you in the face? So sorry. Now, Carol and I... Okay, one of these... I don't know what's going on here. One of these I bought, and Carol bought one from me and said, well, why don't we just split the difference here? Maybe I bought this. Because I see there's a price, just so oh, these are postcards of these women, these ethnic women. Does it say who's who here? Folk Image Publishing, Anonymous Subjects, Norway, 1880. Unmounted Bromide Print, 1890. Anonymous Portrait, Burma. Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, okay, so 4 postcards and these women, so that's good. So maybe I bought this as well. Now this one is 2 Little Gardeners. Now it's a little bit wavy, but I guess the price probably reflected that. And Carol bought one for me, so we just said, well, why don't we just, swap them and save the paperwork. I do need to do another gardening journal for sure. Okay, Baby's Christmas. This has to be good. Oh, Esther Wilkin and Eloise Wilkin. I do have to, I haven't talked about it yet because I haven't had the chance, and I don't know yet what I'm doing. My niece is pregnant. They don't know the gender of the baby. Thank you very much for that. Love these cute little bags. And this too is the same kind of stuff. Aw, Norman Rockwell. I love that guy. That's so cute. So, well, not that I don't think I'd ever cut that book up for a baby book, but that is something that I do have to start thinking about. Okay, another one of those bags, so that's lovely. And obviously some napkins. Happy New Year. Yeah, I think I said in the last video that we played a mystery game in the lobby of a Marriott in, I think that was Casper. This is cool. Easter eggs and jelly beans. Who doesn't love that? Some florals. Some pineapple with florals. These are cool. And again, because there's only one of each, far from flip-flop weather around here. Although I have to say it's pretty mild. We managed to miss the -30 cold snap when we were gone for that week or so. Beach scene. American flag. I have to say I'm a little bit touchy about that right now, given what the president in waiting has been saying lately. This is another patriotic one. I believe I have this one. A princess party. Ooh, love that. Yeah, but we're not going to talk about that. You know, it's like when your children, if you're child rearing and your children are behaving poorly, you ignore the behavior and you focus on praising the good behavior. So that's going to be the MO here. We're ignoring it. These are lovely. Oops. And a little plaid. Thank you, Carol. Oh, I started to say because there's only one of each, it's easy enough to use them up. Oh, who doesn't love some? Oops, sorry for the rustling. Who doesn't love some fabric? And a poppy. Love poppies. I'm collecting poppy stuff. Because that, of course, is kind of ubiquitous as far as Ukrainians go. Cool. Those would probably make, because the piece is relatively small, it could either be, you know, a cute little journal cover. Well, 2 or 3 little journal covers, or ruffles. That would be probably pretty sweet. Okay, what else have we got here? Oh, this is... Carol, I really wish you could get over your fear of color. My goodness. Look at this. Lime green and hot pink and turquoise to boot. That is cool. Cool, cool. These are big enough, too, that it would be easy enough to cut those flowers out and applique them on a cover or a journal topper. Whoops, thought I was pulling a thread. And it would be, a person could also slow stitch these circles here, you know, kind of a manageable size, or add slow stitching to these. I don't know, what are those? Ranunculus or something? Yeah, that's cool. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay, what have we here? Some scrap pieces off. Cherries? Are these all cherries? Cool. Cool, cool. And this is like, it's a stretchy fabric. It's like a, well, I want to say, well, let's just call it polyester because I think Fortrell was a brand name. And Fortrell tended to be nubbier, more textural. This is beautiful. Oh, I love that. Love it. And look, you know, let's take a lesson here, or let's pay attention here. Look at how simple the mark making is. Solids and ovals. Solids and ovals. Well, they're both ovals. Solids and open ovals. We don't need to overcomplicate. Now this is up my alley. Totally up my alley. Let's see what we have. Okay, this is kind of an odd shaped piece, but that's okay because there's still plenty, still plenty here to do something. I love this. Love it, love it, love it. Love it, love it, love it. And I was just thinking, you know, if Kim was getting this, she would be cutting off these border strips. Now, you know, unfortunately, they're not very long, but they could still be used in a decorative way. Cool. Love that. Love it. And here is something very similar, except this maybe is a wee bit more directional because of the trees and so on. Oh. So we've got some horses and some people and some trees and I don't know, I guess a doorway. But this border too is very beautiful. And the colors are lovely. Great choice there, my dear. And again, if a person chose some section of this, okay, so this is, I don't know, is that, probably not a foot. No, that's not a foot, but, you know, chose a section to do some slow stitching on, or again, cut these motifs out and reattach them to something, or, you know, slow stitched those saddles or those trees, like do a, oh, what is this stitch called? Oh, it's just a satin stitch on these little purpley blue circles here. That could be so beautiful. Love it. Wait, is this? No, that's different. I think I might have bought this. Did I buy this, Carol? I don't know. Look at, okay, let's not have the horses upside down. Again, so this, you know, this looks fairly ethnic to me. I won't embarrass myself by guessing at what it is, but so this is the same. Yes, different colorway. Look at these borders. Do you see? Do you see? Do you see how lovely that is? This piece is well, both these pieces are, I don't know, I think they're bigger than fat quarters for sure, I would say. Love it. I'm beginning to think maybe I bought this. Why don't I get rid of this box and I would be struggling less? Okay, let's look at this. It looks, well, no, maybe not. I was going to say it looks like these were designed by the same kind of person, but this is beautiful too. And again, isn't there, like, we could use this as a model for a video or 2 or 4 on mark making. Again, very simple, you know, with feathers and leaves and flowers and, you know, dot, dot, dot. We can all make dots. We can all make veins. See this design here? How simple is that? Or this one with dots that are just, you know, 4 rows just marching down over the hill and into the valley. Or even this one along the edge here. Those are just straight lines where the break is just staggered. I almost feel like I need to, okay, especially in this one, it's got a chunk missing. I could take a piece of this and just save it as a, you know, in a mark making kind of, you know, we keep idea books, we keep sample books. This probably just about captures all the different marks that are on here. That's what I think I intend to do. Don't let me forget that. Oh, and here's another piece, bigger, different colorway, but the same, yes indeed, the same design. Cool. I don't know which one I like more. And again, if you feel insecure about your color choices or about, you know, not quite sure, does this go together, does this go together, does this go together, just look for what already exists out there. So this, okay, this thing here is just shelf liner. So you can see that this kind of mossy green and this gray are perfect together. You can see that this olive green, and now is that black or no? I think that's navy. And these couple of shades of sort of rust and dark brown on a cream field look great together. So that's another way to train your eye as to what works and what doesn't. Now, of course, you know, sometimes we like color combinations. Some color combinations more than others. This one is beautiful too. And it's, again, I think what I like is the variety of patterns. Again, there's nothing boring here. Now, I also like Swiss dot, which you can't get much simpler than that. But I would much rather have this sort of a pattern, this combination of mark making versus stripes, especially some stripes I find absolutely bleh. that was an expression of distaste. But yeah, the swirls, the petal formations, the dots, the rectangular shapes. I think these pieces all make me want to do something in that regard. And then isn't this the cutest? Quilting and sewing make some happy. Makes me happy. Love to buy beautiful fabrics. Oh, so it's just a repetition of the same design. But that is cute. It looks like an eye chart. I do have a sewing journal in the works, or in my case, probably multiple sewing journals in the works. So I'm going to have to try to make you put some of this in there for sure. So thank you. Okay, now, I don't know whether you know or not, but there is a cadre of people out there who just absolutely love paper dolls. Now, again, I don't know, did I buy this or did she just gift it to me, or what's going on here? I think I usually get priced out of the bidding when it comes to bidding on paper dolls. Never underestimate the power of having a hunk in your life. Now, I don't know. Oh, Rudolph Valentino. And some girls. This is cool. Gloria Swanson, 1922. These are very nice, and they all seem to be intact. Young Raja. Oh. Okay, this one is a party costume, and it says the only fabric is the leather pouch. And can I just have you guess where the leather pouch is? The rest is body paint. Look at the width of that skirt, baby. These are so cool. Valentino and his wife on a dance floor for mineral blah 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 blah. A face cream. Now, okay, back here. The name Valentino has become part of our everyday vocabulary. Like the name of the great Casanova has become synonymous with the image of the wild and bold lover. Rudolph Alfonso Raffaello Pierre Philibert Guglielmi di Valentino di La Tonguala, who dashed across the screen during the 20s as Rudolph Valentino left a legacy that was larger than his films. In this book, I've tried to recreate some of the most elegant and characteristic costumes worn by Valentino and his leading ladies. These costumes were generally of exotic and rich fabrics, satins, laces, and even ropes of pearls, as in the young Raja. Audience and critics did not approve of Valentino's appearance in modern dress, so most of his films were either historic costume extravaganza or, like Beyond the Rocks, included historic flashbacks to more romantic periods. Many of his films employed either a dressing or undressing scene, to show off his superbly built body. it's hard to believe that this was happening in the 20s. The great costume designer Adrian was brought to Hollywood by Valentino's wife, Natasha Rambova, who was artistic supervisor for many of her husband's films. She had seen Adrian's work on Broadway and felt that his designs for flamboyant costumes would be an asset for her husband. Valentino came to the U.S. from Italy in 1913 at the age of 18. Like many immigrants, he drifted from job to job, finally making some financial success as a dancer. Oh my God, listen to this. He began as a 10-cent dancer and gradually became an exhibition dancer with a regular partner in dance halls and nightclubs. A dancing hall took him to California, and when it folded, he decided to try the movies upon the recommendation of a friend. At first, his swarthy Italian good looks seemed a liability in the days of the all-American boy, and he was typecast as either a villain or a gigolo. His first important film was The Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. His part created such a sensation that after the New York premiere, all of the prints for the film were recalled, and the credits altered to change his billing from that of a featured performer to a star. With The Sheik, his smoldering sex appeal made him the hottest property in Hollywood. The country went chic mad. Directors began to design their rooms in an Arabian style. Songwriters produced The Sheik of Araby, and the word sheik passed into the language to describe a sexy male. In 26, he entered a New York hospital for stomach surgery. Women gathered outside the hospital, and hundreds more across the country held their breath, waiting for the results. His death on August 23rd seemed to affect the whole nation and most of the civilized world with a wave of grief, sorrow, and even hysteria for the loss of the great lover. Thousands of women lined the streets during the funeral, and even riots occurred. Never since has a film star been developed of equal magnitude and popular appeal. Rudolph Valentino was without a doubt the greatest of the male sex symbols. Now, this information, of course, is as of 1979. So I guess some might argue that, there have been sex symbols since then, but wow. I appreciate this very much because, like I said, who doesn't love a hunky guy? And I wish I would have read that at the beginning before I started flipping through, because this sort of makes a bit more sense. And these references here, like the Eagle 1925, obviously must refer to movies that he was in. On here, just a little bit of a loincloth kind of thing. No wonder he was so popular with the light eyes. That's great. Thank you. Okay, this is the Hazelnut Fairy. The Hawthorne Fairy, the story of the Hazelnut Fairy. Oh, and here's an H. Let's learn how to print that H. And a Z, too. How fortunate for that. Oh, and a couple, is it 2, 3 more of Cook's magazines. I did something about this not so long ago. Okay, so this one has olives. I'm sure I can fussy cut those out. And in that video, I don't know if it's aired yet or not, I did sort of go through the whole magazine page by page, showing some of the features and some of the ways that we can harvest. This is new. Well, relatively new, 2023. So it's obviously still, or back in 23 anyway, was still being produced. But in 2024. So what do we have on the back of this one? Hybrid citrus. Those are nice. Very nice. Okay, let's see the third one. American Pickles. Cool. Very cool. Thanks, Carol. Yeah, I like these little, you know, where they talk about the back cover. And, of course, when I first bought some of these from Carol, I was just struck by the back cover and how nice it would be to fussy cut and use. But when I was showing you some of the features in these magazines, I have a new appreciation for, you know, what goes into them. Not that that's going to turn me into any kind of a cook, you understand. But it certainly maybe helps in part to justify this cover price. $11 in Canada in 2023. So again, these are really cool. Thank you, Carol. Oh, look at those macarons. Ooh. Cabbage Goes Glam, page 12. Ooh, fancy. Speaking of cabbage, I have to, now that I'm back, I had kind of a flurry of orders for my cabbage dyed paper, piano paper, so I have to get busy and start doing some more dyeing. Anyway, Carol, thank you very much for everything you've sent. I will be doing some laundry. I haven't washed anything that we had in our suitcases yet, so. And this is really cool. Now tell me, don't see any marking on here, so I'm assuming that she made this, which is just kind of blows my mind. I don't, and again, we all do what we want to do, I suppose, or what we are interested in doing. Like I slow stitch. I find that easier and more likely that I would do it than something like this. So it's nice to get it from a friend. Anyway, that is it for, oh, let's not forget about these. That is it for this box of Happy Mail from Carol, and I especially, well, I love everything. Let's just leave it at that. I love everything. And thanks, Sandy, for having her send me this. I don't remember seeing these, to be honest, but it would be cute. Could a person not? So it's got a little magnet in there. I would like to see this worked into one of my boho journals. Why could I not? Why couldn't the book be like this? Use this as a spine. I don't know. A person would have to ponder that a bit. Anyway, thank you so much, Carol. I do love you. And, yeah, and I'm committed to using things, not storing them and not hoarding them. Well, except maybe some of the fabric. Always need a disclaimer, don't I? Anyway, thank you so much for sending this stuff. And I hope that one day our paths cross for real in person. I keep telling her that, well, okay, let this message be clear to all of you in America. We, because you're, and the guy at the, whatchamacallit, Antique Mall told me as much. He could not believe how he visited BC and Ontario I guess at some point in 2024. And he was gobsmacked at how far his American money went. So let me just tell you, we are a very affordable travel destination because your money will go a long way. So I've already said to Carol, if she and Jeff ever get to Banff, which is a beautiful national park here in Alberta, I will drive the 5 hours to Banff to meet her in person. So that's out there. Anyway, thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.